Alright, you guys, today is actually a good day. It's a good day because today I actually was able to find a decent used track. And on top of the decent used track, I was also able to get this brand new old stock, genuine Yamaha Ultra skid plate for it. And I got it in black too, which is next to impossible to find. They haven't made those in over 10 years, so I've been on eBay left and right, and the only ones I could really find were yellow and purple, which I don't know, maybe the yellow or either or could work, but I'm just glad I got this black one. And as far as the track goes, it's in really nice shape. It's studded. I am going to remove the studs. I'm probably going to list them and sell them because these are 1.5-inch studs, and 1.5-inch studs are too close for comfort as far as heat exchangers are concerned. So, but all in all, the guy was asking $225 for the track, and I had to drive quite a ways to get it, and he understood that, and the guy was really nice, so he actually sold me that track for $150, which lugs are still great. The studs are brand new. I'll have no complaints on the track. And to top it off, the skid plate I was looking at, turns out the guy was the eBay guy I was talking to about this one. He was actually not even 20 minutes down the road from the guy that had the track in Michigan. So I lucked out. Today I just lucked out. So being that I could pick the skid plate up locally, the guy was cool, and he knocked $10 off what he was asking for it. So I got this realistically for $70, because he saved money not having to pay the eBay and the PayPal fees and all that stuff, and he didn't have to pay for shipping, which I'm happy. I was in the area, so I figured why not stop in and grab it. And I like this one because this one actually goes all the way back and covers everything underneath the tunnel, and plus it drops down, protects under the lower control arms and the bulkhead and everything. So I'm glad I actually got this one. This is, like I said, it's a genuine Yamaha factory part, but they haven't made that chassis sled in over 10 years probably by now. So the parts that they have are no longer really being made. They're just whatever you can find. That's all you can really get for them. But I lucked out. But like I said, the guy was asking $225 for the track. The guy was really nice, and he knocked it down to $150 for me. And then I got the skid plate for $70, so that basically $150 plus 70, $220. So basically for the price the guy was asking for the track, got the track, brand new skid plate, and I'll probably be able to resell them studs for probably, I don't know, I'd probably be generous and probably put them on there for $50 or something like that. So I'd say I lucked out today. If you just search around, you can actually find what you're looking for. And I'm actually glad, because this morning I had lock on a track, basically the same track as this one, Camoplast Challenger. Guy freaking sold it. I communicated with him last night and said, hey, I'm interested, when would be a good time to come check it out? And he sends me back a time and this and that. We negotiate the price and everything, and then I text him this morning. Nothing. I hear nothing back from him. So I call him another half hour later, call him another hour. 4 hours later, the dude texts me back, sold. So that guy was a jerk off. What happened to being a fucking man of your word or a person of integrity? But I'm actually glad it worked out like this, because like I said, this track is actually in better shape, and it was 20 minutes down the road from the skid plate. So I'm actually glad it worked out. And all I gotta do is get this track on this thing, because this thing's just been sitting in the middle of my garage. I got the skid ripped out of it because the idiot I bought this sled from put the dang shock in upside down, and that resulted in basically wasting this track all the way around. Let's see if you can see in the middle. See all those little tears and patches all the way around. And then to top it off, I had this to deal with. It's kind of difficult to see, but yeah, that ain't looking too promising. Imagine this little dangler flinging around at 80 miles an hour. And then this part is completely separated from the rest of the track. So this track was shot. And it's just something I overlooked when I was buying this darn thing. You know, I think I was just so drawn to it because it was blue. And I overlooked all the other dumb shit that was wrong with it. And then I actually got it home and in some decent light. And I was like, whoa, this ain't supposed to be like that, sort of thing. So you live, you learn, and that's how I learned, actually. I learned the hard way, so you guys don't freaking have to. And that's the only way I learned, is by mistakes, it seems like. But all in all, it's been working out. Sled's been coming along. Sled runs great. It's starting every time I mess with it, it looks a little better and better. Skid plate's going on, new track. This thing will be ready to rip, and I'm actually excited. I think next step may be a new windshield, if I can find one for a decent price, because bonehead that I bought this sled from again, I actually have it fastened down now properly, but before this thing was fastened with plastic baggies and rubber bands, if you can imagine. And all it did was just, every time it hit a bump, this whole windshield would move and scratch the paint all up and just made it look like crap. So plus it looks like he cleaned the windshield with like a Scotch-Brite pad. Like I tell you, man, if I could go back in time, I would have never bought this damn thing, just because of all the little dumb shit wrong with it that I've come across. It seems like everything about this sled has been messed with, and whoever messed with it, basically the guy was a friggin' moron. So I'm just having to go through and correct everyone else's mistakes. You know, I already had to buy a whole new set of carburetors for it, because this set of carburetors was missing pieces inside of it, and shit, what else? The e-brake and just other little dumb shit, and just having to go through it. I got to go through that primary clutch. It needs roller comps, and what else? There's just all kinds of little dumb things I've had to deal with. But like I said, every time I mess with it, it gets a little bit better and better. So I'm actually happy. So, but yeah, that thing's gonna be sweet. Track. I like how it's like a full paddle all the way across. It's not staggered like most of your typical tracks these days. So this thing should hook like a son of a bitch. That thing ought to hook real nice. But you gotta get it on first to see. But first I gotta pull all these studs out, because like I said, I don't ride on much ice, and that's pretty much your only benefit with studs, is being able to stop and go on ice. But I don't need them. I don't need those things pinging through my heat exchangers and all that stuff, tearing up my track. But yep, just figured I'd share with you guys my deal of the day, and you know, I'm actually in a good mood for once when it comes to this sled. This thing's been just a pain in the ass, but it's starting to come along. It's starting to come together. So until next time, y'all have a great night, and I'm gonna start pulling studs. See you later.